Tonight on Ctv3 News, tragic shooting in the old capital sparks outcry as a 15-year-old Eric David Reyes is gunned down while heading home. Amid the rising gun violence in Belize City, cops look to increase security over the holiday season. And the Belizean man is shot in Cleveland, Ohio. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025.
Looking for quality, tasty, and easy to prepare meals? Look no farther. M&M Frozen Foods, proudly distributed by United Distributors Limited, brings you a wide range of delicious frozen delights, perfect for every occasion. From frozen pizzas, quesadillas, garlic bread, jumbo samosa, cocktail samosas, pizza pockets, spring rolls, and hacken noodles, M&M Frozen Foods is fresh, flavorful, and convenient for busy lifestyles. Whether you're planning a quick dinner, hosting a gathering, or stocking up for the week, M&M Frozen Foods has you covered. Available now at leading supermarkets and stores nationwide through United Distributors Limited. M&M Frozen Foods, extensive variety to satisfy every craving.
Attention farmers, the New World screwworm is a serious threat to livestock, pets, wildlife, and humans. It causes yield losses, damages the quality of meat and skins, and can even kill them if left untreated. Check your animals daily. If you see any wounds on them, treat them immediately. Prevention is key. Apply approved healing and fly repellents to the navel of newborn animals after dehorning, ear tagging, or any other practice that leaves wounds on your animals to ensure your animal's well-being. If you notice worms in unusual wounds, report them immediately. Call Baja at 824-4872 or text or WhatsApp 670-7003 or call your nearest Ministry of Agriculture office. And don't forget, never transport or receive animals with injuries. Together, we will prevent the spread of this dangerous disease. This message was brought to you by Baja, OIRSA, AICA, USDA, and the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise.
We are the Public Utilities Commission. Since 1999, we have regulated Belize's electricity, water, and telecommunication sectors, ensuring quality services at reasonable rates for consumers. A lot has changed since our establishment in 1999, and so have we. To reflect our evolution and future-focused vision, we are proud to introduce our new identity, where the blend of colors show our balanced and inclusive approach to regulation, where innovation, sustainability, and trust are all equally important. Orange represents the telecommunications sector and symbolizes innovation and connectivity. Green reflects the energy sector, sustainability, and national growth. Blue represents the water sector, highlighting trust, stability, and life-sustaining resources. White symbolizes transparency and accountability, core principles of the PUC. We are the Public Utilities Commission, transitioning to a new look, but our core values remain the same: accountability, excellence, integrity, innovation, and professionalism. Our logo is more than a design. It is our visual commitment to continue to serve the people of Belize with transparency, competence, and professionalism. We are the Public Utilities Commission.
Your government is taking back ownership of our hydro dams and power generation plants, and all shares held in BEL by the foreign-owned Fortis. Belizean assets in the hands of Belizeans. Fully Belizean-owned and managed, with all local employees. Our nation's premier source of clean power generation is now in our hands. Revenues made in Belize will now stay in Belize. Remember, energy security equals economic independence. Your government continues to put Belizeans first.
Police rescued a woman who was allegedly held captive and raped repeatedly by her ex-boyfriend. A few weeks ago, we told you about a teacher in the Corozal district who was accused of rape and sexual assault against a student. Well, tonight it's a principal that stands accused, and the student he allegedly abused is 30. A 17-year-old from the Belize district told police that her father had touched her inappropriately in a sexual manner in July before he raped her at their home on the day school opened.
Real men don't beat up women. Real men don't prey on children. Real men don't abuse and rape and terrorize. Real men uplift women and protect children. It's time to break the cycle. Time to end the violence. It starts with us.
Infrastructure that impacts lives, provides opportunities, and enables the growth of communities and country. That has been the constant mission of the MIDH. The upgrading of the Guinea Grass Road has forged a vital link between the vibrant and productive communities of Shipyard, Guinea Grass, and the rest of Belize, which allows the smooth movement of goods and services. The transformation provided by meaningful infrastructure is very real.
We had really been struggling to transport these hoses on these roads, right? Since we have all the holes in the roads and stuff like that. We do not have that issue anymore, right? So now when we are delivering our hose, it comes to its location in a 100% complete product, right?
Before this highway came into place, this Tor Hill to Guinea Grass highway, there was a lot of bad things going on in terms of the road. It was bad. Potholes when it used to rain. People used to take a long time to come out and come into the village. And even teachers who are teaching here who have to commute find it very difficult to do their traveling every day.
Una gran diferencia, gran diferencia. En el tiempo que estaba la carretera, que no estaba pavimentada, era demasiado polvo demasiado. Y era como más despacio. andabas como más lento porque pues no podías ir rápido. Pero ahorita es un gran beneficio, la mera verdad es, yo creo que es lo mejor que el gobierno ha hecho. Yo estoy muy feliz, muy alegre con ello.
Well, now with this highway, now we have a lot of people, traversing the village. And our people in our village who have a small business like fast food, they're benefiting from that, no? Because people stop there in the morning, have their breakfast, and they go and continue their business.
Have business been increasing? Definitely, yeah. We have realized like when it comes to our customers, right? So like we do not have the problems anymore that customer would say if they would call in, okay, where are you located, right? And I would say, you're located entrance of shipyard. And then they would say, okay, we have to travel the bad road or whatever. So that's not a question anymore.
In the past, I believe these students used to struggle, meaning going on the bus or traveling on pickup, and it took long, they reached late to their classes. But right now, the transportation is accessible and the highway is accessible. So from Guinea Grass to their destination, to Orange Rock, to the high schools in Orange Rock, it takes less time. Right now, I believe teachers, people smile because it only takes minutes to reach from Guinea Grass to Tora Hill.
Good evening with your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. 15-year-old Belize City resident Eric David Reyes was gunned shortly after 10 on Monday night, becoming the latest victim in a series of shootings in the old capital that has claimed 3 lives in just 2 days. According to police, preliminary investigations show that Reyes was riding his bicycle along Park Street when he was approached by an unidentified assailant who opened fire, fatally injuring him. Speaking on this latest murder, ASP Stacy Smith told reporters that investigators have not established a motive. Importantly, she emphasized that there is no indication that the teenager was involved in gang activity or that his murder was linked to gang rivalry.
10 p.m. when officers who were on patrol in the St. Martin's area were alerted to the sounds of shots being fired. These officers proceeded to the direction where they heard the shots being fired, and they were further advised by personnel of the police control room of the exact scene of the shooting incident. Upon the arrival of the responding officers, they observed the motionless body of the young Mr. Reyes, which exhibited apparent gunshot wounds. The scene was processed and he was later transported to the Carl Kushner Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. What the ongoing investigation has disclosed so far is that Reyes was riding his bicycle on Park Street when he was accosted by an unknown individual who fired the shots that fatally wounded him. The motive for this murder is still under investigation. However, there is no information at this time to suggest that Reyes was involved in any gang activity, nor that this incident was as a consequence of gang rivalry. The Belize Police Department extends its sincere condolences to the family, friends, and associates of Eric, and we assure them, as well as the general public at large, that we are dedicating all available resources to bringing the perpetrator of this very senseless act of violence to justice.
The teenager is believed to have been heading home at the time of the fatal shooting. Although the time of the shooting has raised some concern considering Reyes' young age, ASP Smith clarified that Reyes lived under particularly special circumstances, caring for his paraplegic mother.
That does not reside with him, he does assist with the family. But the general takeaway, generally in terms of minors being out on the street or anybody being out on the street, we don't want to create a state of panic or a state of concern. But if it is that you do not have any need to be out on the street, do not do so. But we also ask that persons who are out on the street to be their brother's keeper and report any suspicious activity that they see.
As the city and by extension the entire country mourns the death of a young life, police are urging the public to assist investigators.
We similarly seek the public assistance and ask them to provide us with any information that they believe can advance this investigation.
Belize City is reeling from two tragic murders that claimed the lives of an elderly man and a teenage boy, two of the most vulnerable members of society, within days of each other. The killing of 61-year-old Wayne Pipe Miles last Friday, followed by the fatal shooting of 15-year-old Eric David Reyes on Monday night, has reignited public concern about rising gun violence in the old capital. ASP Stacy Smith, speaking to the media today, urged Belizeans to look out for one another and take an active role in safeguarding their communities. With the Christmas season approaching, a period that historically sees an uptick in robberies and violent incidents, Smith assured the public that police have intensified their efforts. She said patrols have been ramped up in key areas and the special operations have been rolled out across the country to deter criminal activity and ensure public safety.
A phrase or an often stated phrase that I like to listen to or like to take into consideration is the one that says the hallmark of a society or the greatness of a society is determined by how they treat their elderly and the young, who are both categories of persons who are considered vulnerable. What we have seen over the past few days are incidents that involve persons who fall directly into these categories. In terms of the shooting death of Mr. Miles, 61 years old, though he was very agile and he was out there, he was a person who was up in age. And now we also see the shooting of the very young 15-year-old Mr. Reyes. The department remains resolute in its commitment to fighting crime, and we often and have to continue to imploring members of the general public to cooperate with us. As it stands now, the police department has already commenced its anti-crime operation, and we have taken persons who were traditionally in the administrative roles to put more persons in the street in the hopes that this serves the deterrence purpose that it is intended to serve. We have also devised some operational strategic plans, which we will be seeing over the days and weeks to come, because as we know, as the year is winding down, these incidents, whether it's property crime or as the trend is suggesting now, an increase in criminal activity, though no nexus has been established between all these incidents, it is certainly a cause for concern, and we certainly want the Belizean populace to feel comfortable and secure while celebrating the Christmas season.
As families prepare for the holiday season, the recent killings serve as a sobering reminder of the violence that continues to grip Belize City and the urgent need for collective responsibility to protect the young, the elderly, and all those at risk. The family and friends of Alejandra Chulin, a 14-year-old student of Ranchito Corozal, is seeking the public's assistance in locating her. Chulin is of Mexico mestizo, that is, descent, and has a clear complexion. She is described as slim built and approximately 5 feet 1 inch tall. Police are appealing to anyone with information on her whereabouts to immediately contact Crime Stoppers at 922, submit a tip through P3 app, or report to the nearest police station. A Belizean family is mourning the tragic loss of their loved one following a deadly shooting at Cleveland, Ohio convenience store. Samir Santana, 34, lost his life during a robbery at a local smoke shop on Monday morning. According to officials from the Cleveland Police Department, the incident occurred shortly before noon, around 11:30 a.m. Santana, who was working at the establishment at the time, was shot during the attempted robbery. He was subsequently discovered unresponsive outside the store and was rushed to a nearby hospital. Despite emergency efforts, medical personnel pronounced him dead shortly after arrival. Santana, who immigrated to the United States during his childhood, was a father to 3 children. His family described his passing as both sudden and devastating. One of his siblings expressed their grief, stating, "Losing a sibling is something I never imagined. I'm still trying to come to terms with the reality that he's no longer with us. It's incredibly hard." The Cleveland authorities are actively investigating the circumstances surrounding the robbery and the shooting. As loved ones in both the United States and Belize mourn his untimely departure, the community continues to seek answers about the tragic event that claimed Santana's young life. As discussions intensify nationwide over proposed new regulations for motorcyclists, recent data indicates a notable decline in fatal motorcycle accidents compared to the previous year. According to the latest figures, 2025 has seen a substantial reduction in deadly collisions involving motorcycles across nearly all categories of rider involvement. The data also highlights a significant drop in fatalities.
Population. When we look at traffic accidents, 2024, 2025, for the year 2024, there was a total of 3,441 traffic accidents reported countrywide. So far for 2025, we have 3,045. Those are minor accidents. When it comes to serious accidents, for the year 2024, there were 323 major accidents. So far for 2025, we have had 262 major accidents, or referred to as serious accidents, where persons were seriously injured. Now, looking at fatal traffic accidents now. For the year 2024, we had 107 fatal traffic accidents across the country. So far for 2025, we've had 56 fatal traffic accidents. Of these fatal traffic accidents that occurred in 2024, 26 of those were vehicle versus motorcycle. 22 were motorcycles alone. 5 were motorcycles and motorcycles colliding with each other. And 1 was motorcycle with bus, or with vehicle, with a bus rather, sorry, that was a bus indeed. For 2025, we had 13 accidents, vehicle versus motorcycles, 15 motorcycles alone, 4 motorcycles and motorcycle, and 2 bus and motorcycles. So for 2024, we had a total of 54 accidents involving motorcycles. So far for 2025, we have 36.
While concerns about rider safety remains high, the recent statistics offer a more optimistic view of the current state of motorcycle road safety, challenging assumptions and encouraging a reassessment of how safety initiates are prioritized moving forward. Coming up next, Belize lottery and raffle regulations. The public warned to obtain proper authorization and comply with laws. Stay tuned.
On the night of December 20, step into a world of wonder, magic, and sparkle with Centaur's annual Christmas parade. Let's light up Orange Walk Town with shimmering lights, joyful laughter, and festive surprises as the magic of Christmas rolls through town on December 20. Decorate your floats with glittering ornaments, cheerful characters, on all things merry and bright. Register now by calling 670-9177. Center's annual Christmas parade, where magic, joy, and community come together. Are you dealing with a fracture? At Sugar City Medical Center, we care about your recovery. Introducing our Fracture Care Package. For just $100, you'll receive a free orthopedic consultation, 2 x-rays, and a densitometry ultrasound, all designed to get you back on your feet faster. This offer is only available for patients with fractures and is valid until December 18th, 2025. Don't wait. Call Sugar City Medical Center today and take the first step towards your healing, because your health is our priority.
I present to you Her Royal Highness.
I want to try something different.
Nice parking.
Thank you.
You missed a spot right there.
Plot twist.
Wow, you look beautiful.
Giddy up.
Knowing that you make a difference is what keeps us going.
Oh, Philadelphia is starting to feel like home.
Let's make it the best Christmas ever.
It is truly an honor to stand here today as a part of the cell phone repair training program. A program that has not only taught us a valuable technical skill, but also empower us as women to step into a field that is often seen as male-dominated. We learn how to open up phones, identify parts, common problems, and even fix these issues on our own. We have not only learned a new trade, but we have proven that women can do anything we set our minds to.
I am forever grateful for this experience. This course was amazing, and I bet these ladies have that knowledge now, and nobody's gonna take away that knowledge that we have.
So it's an opportunity for you to start to figure out the way forward and to be able to market to your community.
When women are empowered and they're productive, they produce, GDP grows, and we're all more productive and better off as an entire country. So they're investing in you, and they fully expect that you guys are going to go out and work and make your community better, make your families better, and then the country as a consequence is going to be so much better because of your hard work. I want to thank you for believing in yourself, for having the confidence to at least attempt something new. And in the future, I want you to continue to take chances, to challenge yourself, not to underestimate what you can do and try new things. Because a lot of times, people need just one chance.
Yep, appointment of Oscar Mira as the new Minister of Home Affairs has sparked widespread speculation about who will assume the position of Chief Executive Officer. Since the recent cabinet reshuffle, Minister Mira has made it clear that his choice will be someone he trusts and feels comfortable working with. One contender in the running is Francis Usher, who currently serves as CEO at the Ministry of Defense. His long-standing career with the Belize Defense Force makes him a strong candidate given his extensive military background. However, some believe that a candidate like Chester Williams, the former Commissioner of Police, would be an ideal fit for the Home Affairs portfolio, considering his law enforcement experience. When asked about the possibility of moving to the Home Affairs role, Williams remained notably reserved yesterday, but that did indicate that if the request is made, he would accept.
I must say, as a CEO, I serve at the pleasure of the Prime Minister. It is where the Prime Minister believed that his CEOs would best serve or would be best fit. Certainly, if within the wisdom of the Prime Minister, if he believed that I would be better fit at the Ministry of Home Affairs, and I am asked, I will accept the offer. Until then, I remain at my current position, where I must say that I do enjoy a very good working relationship with my minister, Dr. Zabani. We're a very good team. There's a lot that we have done, and there's a lot more that we want to get done. So whichever way the Prime Minister's decision go where that matter is concerned, I am happy. I have no comment.
Yesterday marked the observance of World AIDS Day, a global event dedicated to raising awareness and commemorating the ongoing fight against HIV and AIDS. In Belize, the occasion was marked by a formal ceremony at the Belize Civic Center, followed by an informational fair at Educating the Public. Last year alone, Belize recorded 240 new HIV cases. And with the hope to see a reduction in patients, the government is working towards the country's strategic goals under the umbrella of the global target known as 95-95-95, which aims by 2030 for 95% of people living with HIV to know their status. 95% of those diagnosed to be an intraviral treatment, and 95% of those on treatment to achieve viral suppression. While doing so, GOB is also working towards reducing stigma and discrimination associated with HIV/AIDS, and one of the most recent initiatives to bolster Belize's responses to the epidemic has to do with the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the National HIV/AIDS Program and the Ministry of Economic Transformation, aimed at enhancing resources and preventative measures across the country.
It's about to be signed. It's about to be signed. It took a couple of months because we had to sit with all our partners to see what would be included in that memorandum of understanding. But I think I am at liberty to say that it's mainly the provision of the pharmaceuticals, the antiretroviral medications, condoms and lubricants, the PrEP, the self-testing kits, but also how the Ministry of Health will roll out the plan for the self-testing policy, and also how national health insurance facilities countrywide can assist in making sure that we supply people who need it, and that we help the people who need it the most.
The Lotteries Committee today warned the public that organizing or promoting any lottery or raffle, defined as any scheme for distributing prizes by chance, is strictly prohibited without proper authorization. To legally conduct such activities, individuals or entities must secure a license or a letter of authorization from the committee in accordance with the provisions outlined in the Lotteries Control Act, Chapter 151 of the Laws of Belize. Anyone planning to host a lottery or raffle with prizes totaling $500 or more must submit a written application to the Lotteries Committee. All requests should be addressed directly to the Secretary of the Committee for processing. Once approved, the committee assigns a unique reference number to each sanctioned raffle. This number must be prominently displayed on all promotional tickets and advertising materials related to the event. For transparency and public awareness, the committee has published a list of approved applicants on its official website. Only those with an approved license are authorized to organize and conduct raffles. Of note is that any breach of the Lotteries Control Act and its regulations constitutes an offense. Offenders may face legal penalties, including summary conviction in a court of law. The committee urges compliance to ensure lawful and fair conduct of all lottery and raffle activities in Belize. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
Hoy te vamos a contar un cuento basado en una historia real. Chao Dengue. Capítulo 1. Síntomas del dengue. Había una vez una familia que, sin saberlo, llevaba consigo un visitante no deseado. No era un monstruo ni un fantasma, pero sí algo que podía debilitar su cuerpo y robarle la energía. Pronto llegaron la fiebre, acompañada de dolor de cabeza, principalmente detrás de los ojos, dolor de cuerpo, náuseas y un sarpullido que se enrojecía por su piel. ¿Qué debían hacer en ese momento? Lo primero era no caer en la automedicación. En la mente del padre resonaban las palabras de los expertos. La clave está en buscar ayuda temprana. Así que, sin dudarlo, se dirigió a la unidad de salud más cercana, donde le brindaron la atención necesaria. Pero la historia no termina ahí. Si alguien en su familia también enfrentaba la misma situación, era enviado a su hogar con una lista de recomendaciones para ser cuidado allí. El reposo se convertía en su mejor escudo y la hidratación en su arma más poderosa. Abundante líquido y, sobre todo, sales de rehidratación oral serían sus aliados en la recuperación. La familia aprendió que la acción temprana podía marcar la diferencia para que esta historia tenga un final feliz. Y colorín colorado, la salud hay que cuidarla en todos lados.
Today, the Ministry of E-Governance within the Office of the Prime Minister and the Ministry of Finance, Investment, Economic Transformation, Civil Aviation, and E-Governance launched the Digital Workspace, a modern intranet platform designed to transform how the ministry manages information, communicates internally, and coordinates digital transformation activities. This initiative marks a significant milestone in the government of Belize's ongoing efforts to modernize public administration and strengthen the foundation of digitizing government services. The digital workspace serves as the ministry's central internal hub, integrating tools and resources into one secure and user-friendly platform. Through seamless SharePoint integration, the system provides real-time ministry updates, an interactive directory, a unified calendar, access to frequently used applications, and a powerful search function that retrieves documents across multiple ministry sites. These features are designed to improve efficiency, reduce administrative delays, and support a more informed and connected workforce. Through this dashboard, ministers will be able to submit project request forms for digital ICT, and communication-related support directly to the Ministry of E-Governance. This new function is expected to go live as early as January 2026, representing a key step towards establishing a unified, efficient, and transparent mechanism for inter-ministerial collaboration. The digital workspace also emphasizes enterprise-level security through Azure Active Directory authentication, role-based permissions, and data protection features that ensure government information is handled safely and responsibly. As the first pilot under the ministry's broader digitalization strategy, the digital workspace sets the foundation for how government ministries can streamline processes, adopt modern digital workflows, and prepare for service digitalization in alignment with national priorities. A 3-day training workshop for the trapping and collection of adult New World screwworm flies is currently underway in Belize, aiming to strengthen the nation's efforts in managing and controlling the devastating livestock pest. This morning, the opening ceremony kicked off the event for the 37 participants attending the intensive 3-day session. The opening address was delivered by the Minister of State, Alex Balona, with a welcome address given by CEO of the BLPA, William Usher. Fermin Blanca of Oyirsa provided key remarks on how the New World screwworm has affected Belize's livestock, highlighting that the country is currently under a management and control phase. The fly traps are a crucial measure that will help reduce the NWS population in high-risk affected zones. The training is being facilitated by MVZ Jose Luis Bonilla. Also in attendance is Dr. Marcela Marcelli from the Oyirsa, the regional coordinator of the New World Screwworm Program, demonstrating the regional commitment to eradicating this threat. The knowledge gained from this capacity building workshop will be immediately applied to enhance surveillance and control measures, protecting Belize's vital livestock sector. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Wednesday, December 3rd here on Ctv3 News and Face FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News TV. From all of us here at CTV3, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.